Hello, everyone. Hopefully you can see and hear me today on this Tuesday afternoon, the last day of May. For many of us, May is the busiest month of the year. So I bet we are all working on overtime right now. Am I right? So just let me know you can see me and you can hear me. Okay, please, because I am just here by myself today. I do not have a co-host. Hi, everybody. I see you guys chiming in. And I'll start it out with some general housekeeping. Well, first of all, my name is Lisa. I'm part of the team here at Photoday. And if you haven't watched one of these webinars before, I apologize in advance if I talk too fast. I will try not to speak too fast. This webinar I'm pretty excited about. This is one of my personal passions. I love online sales and marketing, hence why I am on Team Photo Day. And I just love hunting for the latest trends. I love digital marketing, all those great things. And I'm here to share with you guys all of our resources, tips, tools, and tricks that we have in store for you. And then also I want to share some basics on building out a strategy today to ensure your complete success. So thank you for chiming in and letting me know that you can hear me. So that's great. And school is out here and my children are home. So I apologize in advance if there's any interruptions. Hopefully there won't be. I locked my door and I said, hey guys, I'm doing a webinar. So hopefully there will be no emergencies. Our school ended last week. So yes. So housekeeping, right? So by the time when I'm talking and the time I see your chat, there's about a 10-second delay. If I lock up, if the sound drops or the video freezes at any time, you should have a reconnect button or simply just refresh your browser. It should reconnect. Sometimes the chat window will still be there, but I'll be frozen. So just go ahead and reconnect if that's the case. Yes, welcome, Elizabeth. I'm thankful you're here live today. Yes, you guys some of you maybe have never watched a live webinar. So this is your chance to join in on the fun, ask me questions as we go. I love for this to be interactive. So if this sparks any ideas, or if you have questions or want to know more, just let me know. And then, of course, as always, if you want to do more of a one-to-one after this is over, just reach out and I can always connect with you after, or one of my amazing team members will be connecting with you. So either way. So wow, you got New Jersey, Michigan, Nevada, Wyoming, Minnesota, Dallas, Florida. You guys are awesome. Thanks for chiming in. All right, so let's get started. I'm just going to start with the basics, right? Why online, right? No more paper order forms, no more manual processes, being able to extend your sales year round. You don't have to wait for end of season and deadlines to make a bulk delivery. Because parents are ordering and shipping direct to themselves. You don't have to put all your jobs on top of each other right at the beginning of season to make that 6-week deadline. Everything can be extended so you can book more, you can shoot more, and you can sell more, right? You can run it with less office staff because you can be a lot leaner. You don't have to have somebody manually processing credit card payments and checks and cash and creating the petty cash boxes and all that stuff to go out to your next event. When it's all online, you just cut a lot of that busy work done. That was just not fun before. And then my favorite part, it gives you more time to focus on more proactive tasks instead of doing reactive things, like marketing and resource planning, right? So you could spend less time doing those pain in the butt things and more time doing the things that are going to matter most to your business. So those are all the reasons why. Yes, Mark, I bet you missed the cash. That was I think we all missed the cash, but it's something to get used to, right? But the constant flow is great, right? And then, when your leagues all get rained out and you really miss the cash, that makes it even worse. But okay, so the reason I bring these 4 things up is because I feel like if you're new to online sales or you tried it and you just haven't been successful with it yet, these are important things to remember. File them in the back of your head because This is what's going to keep you, motivated to make this work for you. It is not a magic button. There is no solution available on the market that you can just dump your paper forms into an online process and you're going to reap all these amazing rewards and benefits, right? So that's what today is all about. It's kind of like this re-education, this continuing education of building out that strategy according to what our consumers demand. And the minute our consumers become younger, and some different markets have, different age levels of consumers. So you're in all different places where, but it's starting to level out now. We're 5 years into this online sales thing with volume photography, and the parents are getting younger, right? So we're starting to see it a lot more often where people don't like to pick up a phone. They expect live chat. They don't want to talk to a human being anymore. My generation, which maybe is a lot of you, I'm a phone person. I still like to talk on the phone, but the fact of the matter is, my kids don't make phone calls. And they're live chat people, they're email, they don't want to pick up a phone and talk to somebody. So the way we communicate as a society is also evolving, which is why moving online and really getting to know what digital marketing is all about, that's so important and vital to your business, to survive as we keep progressing here. So first things first, before you decide to go online, or maybe you've already decided, I wanted to bring up these points first, because getting started online means you need to have an online presence to make this very, very effective and successful for your business. So here's the optimal, right? A mobile friendly website. I see a lot of people's websites. Every time a new user signs up for Photoday, one of the first things I do is I go look at your website, and I see a lot of websites are not mobile friendly. Now, if you're just looking at your website, or you had somebody do it and you only view it while you're sitting at your desktop computer, guess what? Your customers are going to your website on their mobile devices. Over 80% of your customers are viewing your website on a mobile device. You have got to be mobile friendly. That's the first thing they're going to look at when they go to research more about your company. Number 2, Google reviews. What do you guys do before you buy equipment? What do you guys do before you make a purchase anywhere? You read reviews, right? You read Amazon reviews, you read Google reviews, you read Yelp reviews before you go out to a new restaurant that you want to try. Google reviews are so important in the consumer decision-making buying process. They're trying to figure out, you're trying to establish that trust, and reviews are a really good way. So if you're not already asking for reviews, start asking for Google reviews and build that up, because you will need it to be successful with an online presence. And a social presence, right? If you don't know how to do social media, learn how to do social media, right? There are a lot of agencies out there that will help you get started. You've got to have a strong social presence. And here's one thing that I want to bring up, because I see this a lot as well, especially in our communities here in the photography community, as I'm friends with a lot of photographers, is if you are posting publicly on your personal social media profiles, strong viewpoints, or anything like that, your customers are going to see that, right? And if they don't align with your views, they're not going to make a purchase from you. So you've got to be careful in the world of social media if you're leaving it open. I read an article the other day that over 90% of recruiters use social media. They'll go to your social media before they decide to hire you for a job. I mean, you don't think your customers are doing the same thing? So, I mean, make sure your social media is clean, and it's out in front. Let's see. It looks like somebody's having connection problems. So hopefully it's not widespread. I'll just give it a minute to catch up, and hopefully you guys are all good. I'm checking my phone, make sure there's no connection problems on my end, and hopefully it is just a local connection problem. So, okay. Well, nobody else said. So if you're having connection problems, go ahead and refresh your browser, and you should connect again just fine. Okay. Oh, hey, Karina. All right, so your social presence is important for your business, but also for your personal profiles, especially if they're public, for your customers to stumble upon and learn more about you. And then references. You want to get some references out there. People always check references, whether there are influencers or ambassadors out there. that you can get that are out there spreading the good word, the good vibes all about your business. You know, if you're doing senior portrait sessions, there used to be or still is strong ambassador programs. You can do the same thing with dance, the same thing with sports. Create that ambassador or that influencer program for your business. And then, of course, a very simple to use gallery and shopping cart. There are a lot of options out there. Obviously, I am Photoday. This is all about Photoday. This is what we're going to be talking about today. But a simple to use gallery and shopping cart, the number one reason people aren't going to make a purchase from you is because your shopping cart is too complicated. So yeah, so hopefully that makes a lot of sense. Okay, here's another thing. It's a book by Gary Vee. For those of you not familiar with him, he has a book, and basically he preaches about social media presence and how to be successful talking about your product or your company on social media. And I love this because it really sticks with me, this give, then ask. A lot of us are always asking, right, in the social world. And if you've never built a content strategy before focused around your business, you know, I see a lot of, you know, what's out there, and there's a lot of asking, but not a whole lot of giving. And by giving, you are giving back to your potential customer, whether that's information, whether that's content, offers, discounts. When we relate it to the world of volume photography, free sessions so you can get some model photography in for your social presence, anything you can do to give. You always want to give, then ask, or as Gary says, you want to what is it, like jab, then right hook to get the sale. And that is what we're going to be talking about here today. So two things, the two most important things to focus on when moving to online sales is your images and your communication. So your image, what I mean by that is this is image first selling. So I'm just going to pause for 1 second because I had somebody chime in that has no video and only sound. And if anybody can chime in and tell me that you guys can hear me and our connection is okay, it looks fine on my end. But I just want to make sure that it's not widespread and I'm not just sitting here giving myself a webinar. So if you can just chime in and let me know that you can hear me and see me and everything is okay. I'll give it about a couple more seconds before I continue. Okay, thank you guys. Thanks. So yeah, so hopefully you guys can refresh for those of you having issues and get a better connection there. All right, awesome. Thank you. All right, so images and communication back. So, you know, we work exclusively right now with Jay Boatwright and the Boatwright Bootcamp. Jay is our director of education. There's another bootcamp coming up here very soon in July. But this is one of the biggest discoveries we made with moving online is that when you go to image first selling, your competition is going to be me, the mom with a camera, the mom with an iPhone, right? So if your images are not better than what I can take, I'm not going to pay what you're asking for your images, right? That's just exactly how it is. So you want to create something more than what the parent, your mom, your dad with a camera can create themselves. And then you want to provide it, you know, in a convenient way for them to order and remind them to order. So images do matter. And you see a lot of this discussion online and they're just like, oh, these poses and all these different looks. You know, it's not just about poses, it's about expressions. The number one thing parents purchase in an image is the expression. It's not the pose. So when you're thinking of creating this portfolio of images, I mean, poses are important, right? Jay and Karina will tell you that posing is so important. Yes, it is, but expression is what really matters. Expression is what sells. Expression is the first thing I look at as a parent when I'm viewing my child's images. I don't look at the lighting. I don't look and see what's in the background. Like those are all secondary. The first thing you look at is expression. The first thing any of us look at when we see a picture of ourselves is expression, right? Expression is everything. So you want to create those different looks, those different expressions to, you know, and good images better than what your customer can produce themselves with the camera that they carry around every day in their pocket. Number two is communication. And I just say this because you will never sell anything unless they know where to go buy it, right? So your communication is so important. Today, we're going to be focusing on communication. I kind of talked ahead of my slide, so I'm going to fast forward. If you guys are new to Photoday, we have what's called Photoday Academy. It lives inside of the studio panel. So once you sign up and you go to the studio panel, you can go to Academy. There's a lot of videos in there about images and creating those looks, those poses, those expressions that Jay, our director of education, has added to Photoday Academy. And then there's a lot of other, we have what's called Trailblazer Talks. We have a whole network of trailblazers, other photographers just like you guys that have adopted this platform early on and found a lot of success, and they share their stories and what they've done to be successful. And that is all located in Photoday Academy once you sign up for Photoday. So let's talk about communication. All right, so we got a toolkit, right? This is, I kind of wanted to visualize what this toolkit's all about. And a toolkit, these are all the tools that we provide to you to use to build out whatever that marketing strategy is going to be. So number one, SMS short code. You know, what makes Photoday very unique is its short code text marketing, that short code 90738. There's a lot of reasons why we use a short code over a long code. The number one reason being is delivery is so super fast. It's almost instantaneously. When you use long code text marketing, it takes a while for all those texts to get out there. It's also easier to opt into a short code, right? It's simpler to remember. People can save it on their phone contacts, anything like that. And all communication they know is going to come through that short code. And it doesn't get filtered in the spam filters for a lot of cell phone providers use today with long code texting. Short codes do not get filtered like that. So your message will always be out in front. And I put text marketing first because people are more inclined to read a text and respond to it than they are to open an email, right? Email's number two. People still use email. Not everyone is going to opt into text marketing. And in some cases, it's a little bit more difficult to start with that foot right through the door, right? So email is important as well. We have marketing flyers, and you can import bulk emails into our group or public marketing flyers and mass email out. Use that instead of like a MailChimp program if you want. It is limited. We are not an email marketing service, so you're not going to see open and bounce rates and all that good stuff. But it is a free tool for you to use and quickly push out to your contacts if you have collected them in advance, or just have a list from a previous year that you photographed them, or you know, they gave you a list. Also, we have the new campaigns feature. Now, the campaigns feature is automatic text campaigns that follows our automatic text messaging campaigns for private galleries, because we know each person's data and an email address that's associated with them, and they can have multiple email addresses in case of divorced parents or multiple guardians there as well. And then the marketing resources. We have a whole marketing resource section with layered Photoshop files for both print and digital posters, banners, social graphics, graphics for the flyer marketing if you want to use those. Everything is located in the marketing resources in the studio panel, and you guys can, they're just layered files. You can download them, rebrand them, make them your color, put your logo information on there. But the CTA, the call to action, the design is already done for you, so it makes it very simple. And then we have these other side items. We have offers, advance pay, the custom text campaigns, gallery promos, and holiday promos. There's all these different things going on. So I want to first say, just because we have all these different things doesn't mean you have to use them all at the same time. I see a lot of people that scramble and do that, and I'm just like, oh, you don't have to do that. You're just overwhelming. You don't have to do advanced pay offers and gallery promos and then a holiday promos coming and then use the custom. I mean, there's just so much going on all at once. So hopefully I'm going to share the strategies with you guys today so you can take it home with you and figure it out. But let me tell you, the offers, we have different types of offers. You have the free shipping offer. You have the discounts, which is a percentage off or a dollar amount off. And then you can set different things like order minimums, number of times that offer can be redeemed. And you can even change the expiration date or implement an expiration date, right? So there's different parameters for those offers. Advance pay is a gallery status. So that means as long as your gallery is in advance pay, like they can buy your customer can buy advance pay credits, the minute you publish, they can no longer buy credits. That is what that is. That is also a marketing strategy. The custom text marketing, that's something that we control, that you can request. We have predefined campaigns that we suggest for you, depending on what your strategy is. And I'm going to suggest some strategies here in a minute where you can use that. the gallery promos feature. Gallery promos is when you want to run a promotion on your entire gallery, like a limited promotion. You want like a nice banner across the top, and everyone that goes to your gallery is going to see what that special offer is you have attached to that entire gallery. Now, saw this mistake happen in the users group over the weekend, so I'm going to bring it up. Your advanced pay promo is linked to the person who buys the advanced pay credit through their mobile number, right? All the accounts created in Photoday are created with mobile numbers and mobile verified. That's where the credit lives. It lives linked to their mobile number. Now, if you attach a gallery promo to a gallery, that is also, then the customer also has an advanced pay promo. The gallery promo will override the advanced pay promo. So the gallery promo is meant for the whole gallery. And it's live as long as you have it attached to that gallery. So if it'll override any previous offers, basically. They would have to detach it and reattach the advanced pay offer to get that to work. And the holiday promos work the same way. They're limited time promos. There's a banner across the whole gallery. They will override a gallery promo. The holiday promos will. So you want to make sure you're not using everything all at once, because it'll be really confusing. So I just wanted to bring that up. All right, so let's dive into building a strategy. All right, so I'm going to give 2 examples here. The first one is a league where customers will be present. There are 4 really important questions. I'm pretty sure there's 4 really important questions. I tried to think this all the way through. 4 really important questions that you will need to know before you build your strategy. One is, how does the league communicate with parents, right? You need to understand what are all the channels that they use, so you know which channels that you can tap into, right? You got to ask that question and you have to know it. So take a screenshot of this, do what you have to do. These are the 4 things you definitely need to know. The second is how to estimate the size of the league. We see a lot of incorrect estimations here. So know how to estimate the size of the league, number of teams, number of players per team, and most importantly, the age groups, because that's going to determine your schedule. And it's also going to determine the amount of resources you need to bring with you on picture day, right? That's important. Not just getting the pictures, but communicating, right? We got images and communication. So that's why this is important. And then, is this a fundraiser or are you providing commission? You can use this to your advantage, right? If people know that you are donating back to the organization, you can use this in your marketing strategy. So you need to know this answer. And then also, what's your available real estate? Does the league have like a Facebook page? Do they have Instagram? Do they have a text app? Where can you put ads? Can you get on their website about picture day? Ask all these questions. Where's the available real estate you can supply an ad about picture day, or to link back to your site, or the Photoday gallery, and you need to know all these questions. Once you have the answer to all these questions, you can build out a strategy that works. Have an incoming question. So how do some people successfully offer free shipping for a day? For day, $40 advance pay, then have a gallery, free shipping for say $60 after the gallery goes live. You can't say, well, you can do it not with gallery promo, John. So you would have to do that. So I was reading it. I was getting caught up on your words yesterday. Thank you for correcting that. So yeah, you can do it, but not through gallery promotions. You can do that with the marketing flyers or through other communication channels, because the gallery promo will override your AP promo. So you just have to put it in a different place. Use a marketing flyer to send it out. Do not attach it as a gallery promo, and you should be good. Okay. So hopefully that answers. All right. So I'm going to show you guys this strategy. I'm going to turn my camera off so I'm out of the way. All right, cool. So in this strategy, I'm just showing you guys all the different ways of communication and the different points of when you're going to communicate. So this is really important, because once you nail down a strategy for these types of events, you can begin to reuse it over and over again, and it doesn't look as complicated as this flow chart looks. So I promise you that. You are welcome. You are welcome, by the way. Okay, so here, my first strategy is going to be advance pay with a $35. I'm going to sell one $35 credit And that means orders over, and then I'm going to attach an offer that orders over 35 shipped free. That's where I'm going to start, right? So on pre-picture day, that offer is going to be in all of my communication, whether it's on social, whether it's on email, and whether I make a video. Now, we suggest doing the videos, we suggest doing the emails, and suggest doing social media. The more you communicate, the more touches you put in here, the more of a chance you have reaching majority of your potential customers, because people absorb information in all different ways. Most consumers love to digest marketing via video on their smartphones, on their devices. And we all live on our devices. We're all watching hours and hours of video on our devices, right? We're not reading emails, we're watching video. So video is important to communicate about picture day or about your studio, right? Email, you can use the marketing flyers to send that out. And then social media, I would always suggest having the league post on your behalf into their personal Facebook group or on their page, however, what their channels are. That's when we go back to this slide. Like, you need to know, like, how does the league communicate with parents? Because you're going to write that down and you're going to build your strategy pre-picture day, on picture day, and post picture day. But then we're going to put some sense of urgency in here. So we're going to have 2 post picture day points. So that's your pre-picture day, right? How soon do you do this? I get that question a lot. You're going to want to do this as soon as possible. There is no such thing as being too early. The minute you booked is the minute they already know their game schedule, and you got to get in that communication funnel. The minute you guys know that you're doing a picture day together, you and the league get in front of their customers. The sooner the better. And then over here, you have the on picture day. You always want to have some take-home flyers or wrap cards or business cards with the gallery information or your website information. Again, if you guys are hosting all this stuff on your own websites, you know, by all means, divert the traffic to your website that is mobile friendly, easy to use, and easy for them to get to the picture day information that you're hosting, right? If you have a digital strategy, I know a lot of you guys are solely using Photoday and you're not really putting this stuff on your website, but it is a viable option and I do suggest it, right? So on picture day, you'll have some take home flyers to help drive traffic. Maybe, you know, some kids went with their dad's friend to the game and mom forgot it was picture day and they're not there. You want to give them flyers to take home so they know how to get to the gallery. Opt-in signage. You guys see these A-frame banners all over our website or our Facebook groups. People are using. You can make a QR code. So all they have to do is scan it with their phone, take a picture of it, opens up their SMS window. They opt right into your gallery. And then you can do that in banners too. We got banners in the marketing resources. And then a table person, you want to staff a table person, much like you did to make change with the petty cash boxes and take checks. You want to have somebody there making sure every single person is getting opted in to the gallery so they can view and buy photos when you are ready to publish, right? And okay, so that brings me to my next point. So you have this lull here between picture day and post picture day. This is the biggest mistake that I've seen a lot of people make over the last 2 years of doing online. Is this in between picture day and post picture day? Some of you guys take way too long to publish photos. And I mean that. I see people that take 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks to publish photos for whatever reason, whether they're stuck building composites, you're using third-party systems. I want to tell you that this damages sales. I mean, the longer you take to publish a gallery from picture day to post picture day marketing, you lose all the excitement. It will damage your sales. It will damage your buy rates. So you've got to make sure you publish. I recommend no longer than a week, no longer than 1 week. So when they all get to the ball field the following week, they're all talking about the pictures and their galleries, right? Don't wait longer than that because then it starts to die down. Just wanted to bring up that important point while we were talking about it. So now after picture day, the post picture day. So you're ready to publish your gallery. It's after picture day. Your strategy is continuing. You want to dictate your customer's journey here. One of the things we recommend, and I'll show you what this looks like here after we get through these strategies, is a 48-hour special it's a speed incentive, right? So in the post picture day, 40-hour special, what you can do is just make 2 price sheets, or make your 1 price sheet, duplicate your first price sheet, add a social sharing download to every single package, and then attach that price sheet to the job when you publish, and then reach out to us. There's a custom text campaign we attach to your job at publish. We'll go ahead and publish and send that text out that tells them hurry up and order, 48 hours only. There's going to be a social sharing download in the packages if they're going to, drive them to a package purchase. You can also do the same thing via email, via the marketing flyers, especially if you're using private galleries and you did collect those emails. But I just wanted to let you guys know about that special. And then you want to run that. You're not done. You're not done, because that's going to dictate like majority of your sales. Majority of your sales, 55% of your sales, are going to happen those first 2 weeks, but you're still going to have stragglers, and you still need a strategy to bring it all in, right? So the post picture day, what we recommend, especially for leagues when it's season to season or there are multiple sports, is a best price expiration. That best price expiration can be sent out via email. We also have a custom text campaign for that, and it also can be posted on social media, right? If you're using these social media channels that the league has made available to you. So you can do, this is just an example of an efficient strategy that we know works, that will optimize your sales. But it's just a really good visual reminder of all the things that you need to be doing to be successful. So one of the things that, let me turn my video back on. So one of the things that I see with when you're new to online sales is a lot of disappointment. It didn't go as planned, and that's okay. You're never going to have it all perfect the first time. Actually, I don't think I've ever met somebody since I've been doing this for 5 years that has done it perfect the very first time. So don't feel bad if you don't. But hopefully we're giving you a foundation to build on, and you know what to try for next time. You know what information to get, what questions to ask, and you know where it's gone wrong. The other thing I want to point out is you see a lot of contradicting information, especially across social media groups, right? So Facebook groups, we'll just say, call it like it is, Facebook groups. You see people that are like, I tried online, it doesn't work for me, it doesn't work in my market. I promise you it will work in every single market. I promise you that it will work in every single market, because everybody has a smartphone, and we're not asking everyone to have the internet. We're asking everyone to have a smartphone to communicate with them. And 99% of Americans are carrying a smartphone in their pocket every single day. So it's up 5% from just 5 years ago when it was sitting at 95%. 95%, I couldn't have said that. I can say it now. So you're not asking them to have the internet. You're not asking them to have a desktop computer. You're asking them to have a smartphone to connect, view, shop, purchase, communicate, right? That's it. So I will say that. And then I will also say, don't ever get discouraged. Focus on those points in the beginning. It will motivate you to make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's all the way through to solidify your strategy. And be agile, remain agile, you're small. Most of us are small businesses, right? You can change at the drop of a hat. You can add more things. You can go back and say, like, look at your previous job. What didn't I do? And what did I do really well? What didn't I do? Or what could I have done better? Write it down. It is the end of May. It is the perfect time to evaluate your strategy, because it's fresh in your mind. You have the data. You know exactly what you did. You're not going to have like the summer block out in between the 2 seasons. It is now time to make those changes, at least a mental note of those changes. All right, so let's move it on. So let's talk about a school strategy, right? This is where customers will not be present. So it's going to look different than a strategy where customers are present. And you want to ask, and you have to know these questions, right? How does the school communicate with parents? It's very similar to what we talked about with a league, with parents being there, present. How does the school communicate with the parents? How are you obtaining this data? Are they willing to give the data to you? And what does that data include? You need at the bare minimum first and last name, because you're needing to make these private galleries, right? Yes, you need email addresses. If you don't have email addresses, no big deal. There's fail-safe methods that you need to get in there. But if you want to paint the perfect picture to optimize your perfect strategy, you got to shoot for the stars. Don't think about what if I don't get this stuff. They go into it going, I am going to get this stuff so I can provide the best service possible to your families, your communicating, your community. Sorry, I said the wrong word. All right. And then you can say, like, is this a fundraiser? Are you providing commission? If you are, you can build that into your strategy. And what's your available real estate? Can you be on the school's Facebook page? Can you be in their Remind app or whatever application they use to communicate to parents? Can there be a little blob, a little blurb of you on their homepage, on their school website page? Who do you need to talk to so you can get on that page, right? So you need to put it out there as much as possible. And make sure that you're talking to the right people and asking the right questions so you can start to build out this strategy. So what does this strategy look like? So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm keeping it really basic here. A $35 credit, orders 35 or more, ship free. Now, so we also have bulk shipping. So if you're using bulk shipping for a school, obviously this advanced pay would not apply. But the reason I always recommend advanced pay is because why are you going to not start the sales cycle right away at communication, at the first point of communication? You're always selling, always selling as a business, right? And advanced pay is a perfect way to do that. You don't even have to incentivize it if you don't want to. You can just throw it out there. People will want to buy in early just for reminders, just to get it out of the way. But I do recommend optimizing it, incentivizing it, because you're creating this whole storyline. I want people to buy in early. I want them to spend at least this amount, and I will give them free shipping. So let's talk about pre-picture day communications. If you get all the emails, that's great. If not, then we're going to have to do take-home flyers. If you got the emails, I still suggest doing take-home flyers, because you never know how many emails are actually good. You got, as a parent, if you are a parent, you filled out those little tiny contact cards in the beginning of the school year, and they don't give you much real estate, and not all of us have the best handwriting, so we're writing really sloppy. So the email data might be bad, especially at the very beginning of the school year when they haven't had a chance to correct it yet, right? So make sure you're doing take-home flyers, and you can print that out through Photoday's marketing and the email communication as well. You're posting on school socials media, like where you created a post that your schools can share on your behalf through their social media channels. That is the optimal way to do it, because that's where parents are going to go look for information about Picture Day, is the school's website, not your website, the school's website. So, or their social media. So you want to be there. A lot of schools nowadays are using text communication. Ask about getting in on that channel. Ask to have a reminder send out. Create that one-page flyer, digital flyer, or content. And like I said, use the Photoday resources. They're all there for you. Brand it for your company and provide it to the school. The less they have to think about, the more of a chance you have getting them to put the communication out there for you. And then we have on day Picture Day. Since parents are not there, basically the only thing you can do at this point is take home flyers. So if you didn't do it pre-Picture Day, you're definitely going to do it on Picture Day to take home. And then after Picture Day, Elizabeth, great question. For take home flyers, what's the best way to provide individual access codes with private galleries? And for this case, for a school, you can just go into the marketing section in your job, and you can create the flyers for them, and you can print out the PDF. It'll create one flyer for each subject, and they will be sorted by however you tell them to sort it, which is in your data, and then you can provide that to the school. So you can just print them yourself and give them to the school, or some schools like to print them themselves. You can send them the PDF and they can print out, and it'll all be sorted according to the sort data you provided. So hopefully that answers your question. And then you have the post Picture Day scenario. Now, in this case for schools, I really like the gallery promo, like speed incentive, spend sooner to get something, right? So we always want to give them something. So I see this controversy a lot online too, where people are like, I don't discount anything, discounting my services, discounts my work, whatever. You can't think of you're building out an online strategy without some type of incentive. This is just what consumers used to. I think the most common question we get asked at Photoday from the customer is, do you have a coupon code? everybody is looking for a coupon code, right? That's the first thing we do when we make an online purchase. A lot of us will go and Google like an off, if we can find a coupon for whatever online store we're going to make that purchase from, right? So coupon codes are a way to, offers are a way to dictate this customer journey through your cart, through the sales process, right? They're not discounting your services. They are, telling the story of when, why, and where they are going to be purchasing from you. So that's a better way to explain it. So you can do a gallery promo in this case. One of my favorite ones is like, for siblings. A lot of parents have multiple children at a school. So you can do a sibling discount, make it a bigger spend if they order sooner. You don't have to give a discount that appeals to 90% of your customer. You can give special discounts here, special promotions here, depending on your school and what your pricing and packages are. You can send that out through email. It'll automatically be attached to the emails and the job campaigns that go out if you're using private galleries. In this case, we're talking about a school. I would also make sure that the school posts something about it once you publish a gallery on their social media page and sends it out through their text marketing. One of the new upcoming features of Photoday, I will share it with you guys right now. I came back on video, but one of the new upcoming features of Photoday is we're going to be adding your special gallery promo to the text marketing that's being sent out automatically. So if you have a gallery promo attached and your customers are receiving that auto campaign, it'll also tell them that there's a promo and they need to hurry because it's expiring. It's going to show the expiration date, right? So that is going to show to your customer. So how do I have a take-home flyer the day of with a private access code? Lisa, that's a great question. If you, you're going to need it to do a private gallery anyway, because you have all their information. And once you import their data into Photoday, it creates that private gallery for each subject, even though there's no pictures in it yet. You can create that marketing flyer and send it home. You can do a take-home flyer. Just create the flyers and send it home with the kid. They come up, you snap a reference photo, you do photos, you hand them a flyer, they go back, or give it to the teacher to send home with them, depending on if it's a underclass or elementary school. Really depends on how the school's running it. But yeah, you'll want to get those additional flyers home. I'm going to shut my video off again because I'm in the way. All right, so, and then we have this picture day gallery exploration. I see this strategy a lot. Like I always say, don't expire galleries, but then I'm like, but it's nice to expire galleries because it promotes that automatic sense of urgency, especially when you're doing, the school year. You want to expire it by, the end of first semester or maybe the end of the year, depending on if it's spring or fall photos, to promote that. Now, I do say, make sure to implement some kind of gallery expiration if you are photographing a school twice a year. So, if you have fall photos and you have spring photos, you definitely don't want to damage your potential spring sales because you left your fall sales wide open, right? And you didn't do a good enough job getting them all to buy before you went and did, created more product to sell to the same people. So I think gallery expiration is important in the world of school photography, just for that, if there's any reason for it, it's for that one reason. And then obviously this goes out automatic through email, through text, and then make sure that you reach out to your school and have them post it on their social media that they have to hurry up and order by this date because the galleries will be expiring. So again, this is just an example of building out a strategy. I totally encourage you guys to build out your own strategies. I wanted to do the framework for you, but this is what it looks like. You just grab a piece of notebook paper, start scratching it out, build your strategy, because that is what it's going to hold. You're going to hold yourself accountable. Once you start, I was joking with my team this morning and I'm like, we have all these ideas. And then once we create a document, it's now official, right? Once we write it down and we start doing a task list, it is now official. We hold ourselves accountable. And that is the same thing here. Hold yourself accountable for building out your marketing strategy. If you truly want online to work, this is like the single most important thing you can do. So I don't want you guys to miss out on sales. And then, in the meantime, we're doing things at Photoday to help that buyer conversion even more, which I'm excited about. So I'm going to show you guys some stuff here. We'll just walk through the marketing kit. So if you've never seen it before, You'll definitely want to jump into the marketing kit, which is in the studio panel. We got the posters and the banners and everything like that available to you. We also got the thank you stuffers. I think 2 of our labs are doing thank you stuffers. So there's some graphics in here. It's just another touch point, another, somebody already does an order, you just want to say thank you or give them a coupon code. So if they've wanted to come back for a reorder, we all know reorders don't account for a big part of our sales, but this is the world of volume. You are building a customer base through your brand, through technology. You're connecting with each one of your customers one-to-one. You will start to see more and more reorders, especially with these holiday promos and, some of the other things that we offer here at Photoday. Flyer graphics, these are for the marketing flyers that can be emailed or printed. We have some in here for the modern vertical and modern horizontal design. There's 4 different flyer designs you can pick from with Photoday, but the modern horizontal and the modern vertical are the 2 designs that these graphics are available, and they can have your promotion on it as part of your strategy, or just more information about your studio or samples of images that you have created. So advanced pay, this is what advanced pay looks like when it's on a flyer. It does give them very simplified information. I wouldn't suggest overkill with the information about advanced pay. Let Photoday do the work. Just get them to opt in. Once they opt in or visit the gallery, they're going to see what advanced pay is. We're going to show them the offer, and they will, we'll explain it. So you don't have to explain it here. You just got to get them to the gallery, get them to click on the link or opt in, and then let Photoday handle the rest of the communication for you. This is an example of expiring or best pricing. Now, I think Mark asked a question. May I ask how many people here raise their prices, say after 2 weeks or 4 weeks? Now, I think there's no right and wrong way to do this. This is, again, part of building out your strategy. So I think, packages, let's just make it simple. Packages are a way that you discount your items without an offer code, right? Packages are an automatic savings, right? So think about when you expire best pricing, all you're doing is removing the packages. You're duplicating an order form, getting rid of the packages. Now they just buy a la carte, right? Because now the money saving packages aren't there anymore. You can run it as simple as that. You don't have to go in and raise prices. And we do send a custom text, or like I said before, you can use the flyer emails to send that out, create a little graphic and say packages are going away, money saving packages are going away. But yeah, package options, just deleting your package options is the easiest part to expiring best pricing for that one. Some text examples of that, that's what this looks like. We send it out now in all of our communication to your customer, and I always want to live by this. Do not be negative. Don't tell them you're deleting the pictures forever, hurry up and buy. Don't say I'm jacking up the prices if you don't buy by this date, right? Be positive in your promotion, be fun. These are pictures of their kids. Parents have a lot going on, as many of us are parents, and we know we don't want to do anything to promote negative vibes. So it's more of a hurry and save. I just wanted to show you what this communication looks like in this promotion, and it's multiple touch points before it actually happens. So it's like a countdown, because we do deploy the emails and the text marketing at optimal times through our research, aligned with many other digital marketing strategies across multiple industries. We have done that research. We are doing it. Obviously, our success is tied to your success. We want to make sure we're all doing best practices here. But multiple reminders are needed because we're on our mobile devices and we get distracted all the time. I don't know how many of you guys are watching TikTok, but that distracts me more than anything. I need to remove the app from my device altogether. So, all right. And then social sharing downloads. Let's talk about social sharing downloads for a minute. If you want to run a social sharing download promotion, all you have to do is duplicate your price sheet and then add a social sharing download to each package. This promotion, absolutely, it costs you nothing, right? There's no fees for social sharing downloads. It's not, it's a product you can give away that has zero cost involved and zero tax implication. So you can just go ahead and give away social sharing download in a package. And Like that's like the one thing like people want is something for nothing, right? Something for free. Well, here you are being gracious and you are giving that to them if they buy a package within 48 hours, right? And then we also recommend the free social sharing download is included with each package. For the QR codes, Lisa, your question is if you are creating the QR codes for like group or public gallery opt-in, we don't do that yet. But you can use like a free QR code generator. Like I use qrcodegenerator.com. You can just Google it. It's totally free. You don't have to pay for the service. And no, the QR codes don't expire. Somebody said that, but I've been using the same ones for like years now and they don't expire. So as long as they're the free version, I guess. If you had a paid version and you put your logo and made them look all fancy, those ones might expire, but the plain Jane free ones do not. So that is how, and then you just attach that price sheet to the gallery, swap it out when the promotion is over, and then you'll be good to go. And then this is what it looks like when we send the text out. So we publish a gallery here. It says photos are ready to view. That's everyone that's opted in. You guys might not know, and I'll bring it up now, but every time somebody goes to your gallery, a customer goes to your gallery, if they're not already opted in and they don't have a Photoday account, we ask them to opt in. So even if you're not connecting with them right off the bat to get an opt-in and say they get the email or the take-home flyer and they go to the gallery, another box pops up and asks them to opt in. And it's a little less than half. I think the last time I looked at the data is like 46% of people are opting in at that viewpoint when they haven't opted in advance. So a big chunk of people want text reminders and they are opting in for it. So we're collecting opt-ins for you. Once they go there, they go into the automated opt-in campaigns or text campaigns as well. Always standing out in front of them for that. All right, so, and then once you publish and sell here, as I said before, about 50% of your sales are gonna happen the first 2 weeks. So don't get discouraged when you don't have your big pile of cash coming in all on day one, right? But with an effective strategy, you can make these sales happen a lot faster and staying out in front. Like I said, get from picture day to publish as quickly as possible and your sales will happen faster. Because if you're waiting a month to publish your gallery, like that's a whole nother month you're gonna have to wait to get your sales. And by that time, so many people have lost interest. So make sure you guys publish quickly. This is what the auto SMS looks like. So once people are opted in and you publish, we send the publish text and then we send another text automatically. This happens by default. You don't have to set it up. Day 3, day 5, day 7, day 14, and day 30. Now, if they make a purchase, these texts stop and they just get the orders received and your orders been shipped with the tracking number. They'll get those texts, but they will not get the rest of these texts if they've already made a purchase. The system's smart enough to know that. But this happens automatically for your customers. So that's why you see those surges of orders trickling in. They probably align perfectly with the auto SMS. So I'm here to tell you, if you have been using the bare minimum strategy, which is just opt in and rely on Photoday SMS, and you add half of the things I taught you guys to add in today, your results are going to be through the roof, like hands down for fall or your next job. They're going to be through the roof. Like, because I mean, the more you build onto it, the better it's going to get. That is a guarantee. So with that said, our whole team, we're here to support you. Again, we are directly tied to your success. You know, there are no subscription fees with Photoday. We don't make a dime until you start selling, and we really want you to be happy campers with Photoday. So we want you to sell a lot. So our success is tied to your success. We want to continue to provide you with the education and the tools to make it very successful for you when you choose to sell online with Photoday. This is the best pricing series. I was supposed to say like, sit back and wait for those 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, this is when you expire your best pricing or expire your galleries to promote the sales. Give it one more week, do like a 21-day or 28-day sales cycle just to get majority of your sales in. I kind of jumped ahead. But this is what that custom SMS campaign looks like, or you can also do it through email. You can do a little bit of both. Oh, let's see. I got a comment coming in. The social media downloads in a package made it too controversial. Had quite a few that thought they were receiving a full size file, even though it said social media. Has anyone had that problem? Lisa, we see that problem. Most commonly, I've seen it when somebody's selling a social media download in their a la carte up against a high res download. Now, we try, the name of the actual product is social media download. In the description, it says this is not for print, right? And it is a small size file, but people still don't read and people will do it. The best thing I can recommend here is do not sell the social media download against your high res version, and that should nip that part in the bud. Secondly, don't just focus on the 2% of people that might have problems with it. Focus on the 98% of people that it is working with, right? You're always going to have problems. Nothing is ever 100% perfect. Doesn't matter what system you use. It doesn't matter what strategy you use. But you want to make sure it's working for majority of your customers. So, and it's a perfect time to upsell them a high res file at a discounted price since they've already made a purchase, right? So turn it upside down. If I have the parents sell, can I send out a text message or they need to opt in? Neil, that is a great question. Text marketing best practices and also regulated by the FCC is that parents must opt in to receive text communications from you. Even if you have the cell phone number, you're walking a fine line there. You got to have parental permission for them to opt in. That is the legal kosher way to do it. So you are not marked as spam and we don't risk the integrity of the Photoday short code. So then you guys will hopefully have lots of PD100s. Wanted to explain the PD100s here. They're fun to celebrate their big orders because, in the world of volume school and sports, getting orders over $100 with paper forms was far and few in between. It has become so much more common with online sales because you're offering more inventory, more images. You're putting it out in front. You're targeting more consumers who have the money to spend, that want to spend more money with these images that you're creating. Heck, it might be the only time they buy professional photos of their kid when it comes to school or sports picture day, right? They might not do private sessions ever. So they're waiting to spend that money with you. And with this conversion from paper to online, it's just been more common. And it's just something that we celebrate in the Photoday users group. So we can see the different images that are selling. Is something that Jay came up with. He was like the poster child for moving to Photoday before I even met him in Karina. I just knew who he was just through Facebook groups and saw the amazing images. And I was like, yeah, that guy is the ideal candidate to make online really work because he creates images that parents cannot create and they're just beautiful images and people are going to buy them out in front and he's underselling himself on paper forms. I thought that all the time. So I was so excited when they came on board and I started trying a few jobs and I saw the results right away and the order averages were like double or if not like some of the leagues I know just generated triple revenue even year over year just in the same amount of players just because you're putting it out in front and you're selling more inventory. So that was very exciting, but that's just something we celebrate within the Photoday users group. And then we also have this boost your buy rates checklist in the support section of your studio panel. It's just a checklist of all the things that you need to be focusing on to make sure you are optimized and you are you're boosting. And there's some stuff on here that won't pertain to every job, and there's some stuff that will, but this is a good resource just to read through and make sure you cross your T's, dot your I's, and you're doing everything you possibly can to make this successful. Here's the thing, guys. If you have never demoed the gallery, like experienced it as your customer, stop everything after this webinar and go up to one of your galleries and buy something. I don't care what it is, just buy something and tell us to refund it to you. I don't even care. Just get in there and buy something as a customer. Feel what they are feeling so you know you are well-versed on the experience you are providing your customers by way of Photoday. That is so important that you know and you feel it. And this is true with any online system you're using. You might use something different for your portrait and wedding business. Be a customer first. Be a customer first. There are no two carts are the same. I'm sure you've done plenty of your own online shopping, and the experience you get at this store is different than what you get at this store. And I'm sure you've abandoned plenty of shopping carts in the process of your online shopping. So, because it's hard to use. So make sure you know what your process is and what it looks like and what it feels like to be a customer. And I love this quote: your marketing plan is not as important as how you plan to invest in the happiness of your customers. We are always should be putting collectively as an industry the customer first, putting them out in front, doing things that are beneficial to our customers. It shows that we care. It shows that we're passionate about the product. But you can't, that bleeds over in your marketing messaging. Everything you say out loud or in writing should revolve around your customers' happiness. As part, you have a strategy, but if you're not producing the right messaging, the strategy is only going to go so far. So make sure you invest in each and every one of your customers' happiness, which is a lot easier to do in a digital world than it was on paper order form. So we want to make sure you guys get that down. And for those of you that are new to Photoday, I always like to close these webinars. If you're just watching us for the first time, what does it cost to use our services? We don't have any upfront contracts or subscription fees. We are a total freemium model. What that means is you only pay when you start selling. So you can go in and test out the tools and set up the gallery and just play around with everything that we have. It's not until you sell something that you pay a 10% transaction fee. That is before tax and shipping. There's solutions out there that is a total transaction fee. We are before tax and shipping. And then we have a 2.9% credit card processing fee plus 30 cents for an order. That is a Stripe processing fee right now. Our payment processor is Stripe. No lab bills, no minimum orders. Your lab no longer bills you for the products that you're sending them through Photoday. We prepay everybody in that one customer transaction. There are no minimum orders with Photoday except for bulk shipping. And that one with Miller's has their $15 minimum, but that's a bulk order. That's everybody ordering all at once in one job. As long as they're $15 worth of product, it ships to you in 24 hours overnight. So they're really good about that. And then you get all this other stuff for free. The downloads, the text marketing, email, the capture app, dashboard app, unlimited storage, Photoday Academy, everything that we put together, it's all included. So that is why we work so hard to ensure your success when you sell jobs online, guys. And we will be reaching out to you over the coming weeks, those of you who have been using Photoday, so we can give you some one-to-one attention to make sure that we are all on the same page and we're doing whatever we can to ensure your success. So, I talked a lot during this webinar, so I feel like I had to get through so much in just an hour. I could talk about this stuff all day. So if you want to continue to talk to me about this, head on over to our support chat bubble. Once you're signed in, you can reach out to me there, or you can talk to one of our amazing staff members. Brian is here today. He's on Team Photoday as well. He was a user. You guys may know him as Brian in the users group, being a photographer, answering everybody's question, but he now works for Photoday. Krista tuned in today. We have Stevie and Alexa and Lana and Reagan all in support. We're all here to help you guys ensure your success no matter what. Don't be shy. Ask us questions. Give us your concerns, anything like that. We're always here. And we want to help you guys succeed with this. This is why we're here. This is why we built Photoday. And this is what we want to do. So we are here for you. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. And that is all I have for you today. So I will hopefully see you soon. And I hope you have a great week and happy June, because tomorrow it is June. Could you imagine? It's already summer. So this year flew by. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your week and take care. Till next time. Peace.